So one day I was at the gas station when I was in Covington, Georgia, and I ran into an old friend. There was a girl that I knew in middle school, and we used to kick it a lot. No, we was never intimate. We never messed around. We was just cool. So I see her in the gas station, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Megan?" She was like, "Dante?" I said, "Yeah, what's up?" She was like, "Man, I ain't seen you in years. Where you been at?" I was like, "Well, when I left the school back then, I actually moved back to Michigan." She was like, "You went to Detroit?" I said, "No, I went to Flint." She was like, "Oh, man, it's really glad to see you. Like, do you stay back here now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm here at my auntie house." She was like, "Oh, okay. So what you got going on?" I'm like, "I don't really know. I'm just, taking it day by day. I'm here." She was like, "Okay, well, listen, here's my number, and call me later on so we can catch up." So I was like, "Okay." So she gave me her number. So I waited for about 2 days and I gave her a call. So I called her. She like, "Hello?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" She was like, "Man, why did you take so long to call me, man? Like, I had some plans for us." I'm like, "You had some plans for us?" She was like, "Yeah. Why did you wait so long to call? You got a girlfriend or something?" I'm like, "No, I ain't got no girlfriend. I just got down here, man." She was like, "Man, you should have called, man. I really wanted you to come to my house that day." I'm like, "For real?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, where you at?" She was like, "I'm downtown Atlanta. We at the mall, at the underground." So I was like, "All right." So I was like, "Well, look, come scoop me up when you leave there." She was like, "I'll come get you right now." I was like, "All right." So she was like, "Give me your address." So I give her the address, right? About 2 hours later, she pulls up. I get in the car. I'm like, "Listen, check this out. I'm not really trying to move too fast." You know what I'm saying? Because, what we had back in the day, we was cool. And I don't want you to think that. She was like, "I'm going to stop you right there, Dante. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I just want to pick up where we left off at when you was here." And I was like, I bet. So then she was like, "But let me ask you a question. Why? What? I'm not pretty or something?" I'm like, "No, it ain't that. It's, basically, I told her like this. I was like, now, I done found out something about myself. And basically, when I meet a woman or a chick and we mess around that day or like that week or something like that, if I get it too fast, I'm going to lose interest. And I really care about you. I care about the relationship that we had back then in middle school. And, I don't want us to, mess that up." So she was like, "Oh, okay. I respect that. I respect that." So we end up going to her crib. She had this apartment, this 2-bedroom apartment. So when we get there, I asked her, I'm like, "You got any kids?" She was like, "No, I ain't got no kids." I was like, "Oh, okay." So then this little dog come out of nowhere. And I'm like, "Hey, this your dog?" She was like, "Yeah, this is my house. So of course this is my dog, whatever." It was a little Yorkie. So I said, "Okay." So I'm playing with the dog, whatever. Cool. No issues. Now, let me describe how her apartment looked. Well, let me just tell y'all this. She has a balcony, right? And we like on the 5th floor. So we up like 5 stories up. So if there's no way that you can get on this girl balcony unless you Spider-Man or you above her and climbing down in a way, but you better have a rope or something, because if you slip and fall, it's a wrap for you, because you on a 6th floor at that point. So keep that in mind. There's no way that anybody can get up on this girl balcony. So I stayed over there for about 3 days, and we were just chilling. We ain't mess around or nothing. But on the 3rd day, we almost did. And, I pulled back and was like, "Nah, let's not do this." Okay. this is where it gets crazy on the fourth day. Now on the fourth day, y'all remember the little Yorkie? So here I go. I'm laying in the bed, in her bed. And where the balcony is at is in the living room. So outside of her bedroom, it's the hallway, and then you got the kitchen over here to the right, and immediately to the left, you got the living room, which has the balcony attached to it right there with the sliding doors. So I'm there alone. It's about 10 o'clock at night because she goes to school. She was taking, I think, her bachelor's degree or something. She was getting her bachelor's degree or what. So she had night classes. So I'm there alone, and it's raining, right? And it's raining really hard. So I'm going to say it was maybe about 10:15, and she called me and she said, "Hey, Dante, did you bring the dog in?" I was like, "Yeah, I think it's in here." So I said, "Let me go check," because, it was raining hard. So I called the dog name, and it comes. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, yeah, the dog in here. It's all good. So she's like, all right, I'll be home probably around 11. You want something to eat or something? I'm like, nah, I'll probably make me a grilled cheese sandwich and some tomato soup or whatever. So she was like, all right, I'll be there soon. So I lay back down. Now I want y'all to pay attention and really listen to what I'm about to say. So now I'm laying in the bed. I doze off. Keep in mind that patio door was closed and locked, right? So it's not raining no more. And I hear like this scratching noise. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And then I hear some whimpering noise. So I'm like, what the heck? So then I get up and I'm like, where the heck is that noise coming from? So then the door opened, and it's the girl, my friend. And she was like, why you looking like that? I was like, man, I heard something, man. She was like, what you hear? I said, I heard some scratching noise. So she was like, what you mean you heard some scratching noise? And I was like, I don't know. You hear that? So she was like, yeah, what is that? So we go to where the noise at, which is where the patio door is at. And, she opened it and we don't hear nothing or see nothing. So she's like, okay, that's odd. So now I'm thinking maybe it's a squirrel or maybe a bird or something, right? So then we like, okay, we blew it off. So we went back to her bedroom, and I was like, where your dog at? And then we heard the scratching noise again. And then she was like, I dropped it off at my auntie house. When you were asleep, I came in and picked the dog up and brought it to my auntie house. I said, okay. So we heard it again. I said, man, what is that? So we get up, y'all, and we go to the living room again. Guess what's going on? The balcony door right there, there's a dog, a Yorkie dog right there. And it's scratching, trying to get in. And I'm like, hey, didn't you say that your dog... Now, listen, y'all, I want y'all to pay attention. I said, hey, because she was behind me. She not seeing what I see, but she hear it. I said, hey, didn't you say you dropped your dog off at your auntie house? She was like, yeah. I said, then what is that then? Why the dog was right there on the balcony. And she said, Dante, that's not my dog. If you want access to my exclusive videos, such as my prank calls, my skits, and my movies, make sure you become a member. I'm going to have the members link pinned in the comment section. If you have a business, a social media channel, or music or products, and you want them to be promoted by me, I charge $100 per video. Make sure y'all email me. I'm going to have my email pinned at the top of the comment section.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.